Sup, you're not here.
And Fender.
Fender too. Sorry, Alex is not here today.
I do show Bronson something.
Ready to make another video. We'll show Bronson near the end, okay?
Okay.
So today, we're gonna show Fender's Beyblade collection. You're probably wondering why we didn't do it in those small videos where we just label them. Because the thing is, you're not gonna believe me until I show you, but Fender has this many bass. Like, this is like 60 or 70. He loves bass, and this is the collection he's built up in like a year.
Draco Scallius.
So we're gonna show all of his bass today, starting off with his Takara Tommy ones. First off, we have Buster Excalibur with... Oh, sorry, the lighting's not that good. Anyway, we have Buster Excalibur with one dash and sword. Yeah, this bay Fender wanted mainly because of its sword ability. The fact that the sword could come out.
Yeah.
As you can see, the lighting's not that good again. So the sword can come out. So he wanted it because of that ability. And yeah, this bay is good. It's actually kind of bad, mainly because its hits are good, but it has bad stamina. And if you get its good hits once it, aligns, it's pretty much done for. Anyway, next bay from Takara Tommy is
Japan
Vanish Fafnir, tapered kick with the armor 3.
It comes with the F gear. Look.
Fender mainly wanted this bay because of the F gear, which he can put on a dynamite or a dynamite Belial, or even dangerous Belial, or divine Belial, or the other divine Belial. I only have one divine Belial so far, so he can't really use it. But yeah, this is my divine Belial. We already showed it once. The F gear can't put on it, but we won't show it now. So yeah, so the Vanish blade is completely made out of rubber, making spin steel good, and the kick driver is, if it goes towards the ground, it can actually bend down, allowing a fierce upper counterattack. It doesn't work that good, but it's good at life after death. Combined with taper, it definitely is. So next bay
is who?
Savior Valkyrie.
Oh, Savior Valkyrie comes with a V gear.
Savior Valkyrie shot 7. So Savior Valkyrie, although it has many gimmicks, it's pretty much one of the worst Valkyries. It has a recoil gimmick where, it's kind of like a spring. Sorry again for the bad lighting.
With the V gear.
Here's the V gear. You also put it on the Belial drivers. And once again, I only have Divine Belial. I think it only works on Adventure, Venture, and All Might. So, yeah. So the thing about Savior Valkyrie is, it has a recoil gimmick, which is one of its gimmicks where, it turns like this, and then it springs back. But if you push it too hard, it loses clicks. Because of... Hold on. Once again, you can't even see, but because of its recoil gimmick, it only has like 2 teeth, 1, 2, and the teeth are like pretty bad, so it easily bursts. And then you have the interesting part. The shock driver is good. The way it works is that while battle, when there's a lot of pressure built up on the tip, it just springs in the air. Like, it actually shoots in the air. So it's actually pretty interesting what the driver can do because of that, when the pressure builds up. So all these gimmicks combined actually make Savior Valkyrie bad. You also have the awakening gimmick where it like awakens from here. There used to be rubber here, but I broke it off with my teeth. Yes, I broke it off with my teeth because during battle, it won't come off like it's supposed to. Even, you've seen a Beyblade Geeks video, I think you've seen it, maybe, where they try to awaken it by doing like 100 battles, but it still doesn't. So it's annoying.
I need to show you something. This was weird.
No, we'll show these later. Okay? Anyway, with Savior Valkyrie out of the way, are these all of our Takara Tommy bays? No, these are not Takara Tommy. Anyway, next up, I guess we'll go to Hasbro. We'll start with Rise. Rise, we first have Lord Spryzen, Blitz, Dimensional H.
It's come with this.
We'll show this one later. Anyway, the thing about Spryzen is that, Rise bays are like this GT Hasbro bays where you take the armor off and you can like customize it with some of them. And then you have these special tips that in special stadiums like go up the edge and gain speed and come down. The thing about disc rising is that it can actually change spin direction, right to left. And so you can actually change your strategies, which is actually pretty interesting. Because in left mode, you can win in stamina, but in right mode, your attack is better. So right now I put it on left mode. You still can't see because of the light. So, yeah. Next up, we have Roctavore R5 Heavy Charge 2. I think it's called Charge 2. So the Roctavore layer is based off Roctavore R4, also can be known as Crash Roctavore. Since it's a layer used in Turbo and recolored to Rise, it doesn't have that chip ability like Lord Spryzen has. The disc Heavy, at the time of its creation, it was the heaviest disc, hence why it was called Heavy. But now there are many other discs that are heavier than it. But it used to destroy every its opponents during its creation. And then you have Charge 2. We have Charge 1, which is an attack tip, Charge 2, which is a stamina, and Charge 3, which is defense. Charge 1 was created for Ace Dragon for attack. Charge 2 was created for Glyph Dragon for stamina, and Charge 3 was created for Rock Dragon for defense. So yeah, that's Roctavore. So next we're on to Surge Bays. Hold on, let me first find the first one.
Oh, there is one.
No, we'll show this one later, it's a knockoff. Anyway, yeah, we also have, Fender also has knockoff base. Sorry about that. Anyway, first of all, now for our first Surge bait, we have Hyperion Flamebringer H6.
It comes with the stadium over there.
We'll show this. Yeah, we'll show Fender's stadium later. Spoiler: he has 5 stadiums ever since we got the X one, and I only have 1.
You saw it, right?
Yeah, my stadium's so small. Anyway, so you have Hyperion Flamebringer. It has so Surge Bays also Rise Bays have these chips that I can take out, except they're kind of designed different. Hold on, Hyperion's is hard to get out for some reason. Yeah. I'll show okay, it won't go out, so I'll just show another one. And also another gimmick is that their tips are extra tall, and the taller the tips, the higher the center of gravity. And if your center of gravity is higher, it makes you go faster. So for those who want easier terms, the higher your base center of gravity is, the faster you go. The lower it is, the more you'll spin. Yeah. So, yeah. We all know that if you know Takara Tommy Hyperion Flamebringer, it bursts halfway, and then, the arms just yoink out, these blades just push out. Yeah. But that doesn't really work for Hyperion Flamebringer since it's Hasbro. It actually makes it better because the gimmick for Hyperion Flamebringer is bad. Once it pops out, which is pretty much every time, it bursts in one hit. As Left Burst described it, it'll come at you and explode. That's how bad the Karatomi is. So, yeah. That's Hyperion Flamebringer. Hasbro's pretty good, but his burst resistance over the years, most bays, has gotten a bit softer, but still pretty good. Next off, we have Lucius Endbringer L6 with vertical drift. Oh yeah, I forgot to say Hyperion Flamebringer's parts. The disc is called 6, and the tip is called Exceed -S. Exceed -S.
Sorry for
Anyway, yeah, there's background noise. Anyway, so Lucius Endbringer, like Hyperion Flamebringer, does have that chip that can come out. Let's hope this guy's nice and let it come out. Why won't it come out? Oh, it came out. How convenient. So here it is. You have the chip, and then the ring. We'll just call it the ring. I forgot what it's actually called. Anyway, so yeah. You also have this vertical. It's good at its burst resistance. It was released with Wild Wyvern. And Wild Wyvern in this case. So it's actually pretty good at the time with burst resistance and defense. And then you have the tip Drift SP. So the whole point of Drift SP is that it drifts on when it hits the ground, and it's tall, so it also goes faster. The combo as a whole is pretty good, but our Lucius Endbringer, for some reason, we won't show it now, but every time you launch it, it just somehow gets unbalanced and it just shakes while spinning. So that's why you don't use it that much. Lucius Endbringer also has a gimmick where it goes halfway burst. It this part just pushes towards the ground. Since this is Hasbro, it doesn't do that. I forgot to mention Hyperion Flamebringer's Tommy name, which would be Hyperion Burn, and this guy it's the Tommy name at the Tommy base that would do the gimmick is called Lucifer the End, which is pretty good. Leftburst also calls it Bear Claw. I didn't know before, but now I kind of see why when you look at the side. So yeah, this Hasbro doesn't really do the Limit Breaker thing. It's called Limit Breaker. 3 base 3, you have Hyperion Flamebringer, Hyperion Burn, Lucifer the End / Lucius Endbringer, and Colossal Helios Blazebringer / Helio Volcano, which we don't have. So yeah, that's it, Lucius Endbringer. And now, we still have some Surge Bays left. Fender'S has some Pro Series Surge Bays, which we'll show later, because Pro Series is different. Yeah. So, next, I wanted to show a different one first, but we can't find him at the moment. Yeah, no, we can't. So, I'll just show this one. Wyvron W6, Yell, I forgot what it's called, Needle SP. So, the top is also just a recolor of Wyvron W2 in blue and orange. The L disc, it was pretty good. It was very round, good for defense, and loss of the weight was towards the outside. At least I think it's supposed to help with stamina. It first released on Atlas Anubion / Acer Anubis, and then you have the Needle SP tip, which is tall, but it also has some defense with the grip. So yeah, the combo is pretty good. It actually has gone some good victories. I forgot to name the channel, but some guy was doing a giveaway of this Wyvron. We did not get it from the giveaway. Fender just bought it. There used to be some bays where you'd find at Winners and Kids Corners a lot, and I always found those weak, so I told Fender not to buy them. But at one point we couldn't find any other bays, so I just told him to buy them, and they actually turned out pretty strong.
And Beyblade X at Walmart.
Yeah, in our store there's Beyblade X at Walmart. And we're also going to show his X base. So yeah, that's Wyvron W6. Next, let's see if we can find it. I'll just tell you the name now while we find it. You might know. Oh wait, it's right here. Good. Hold on. What if it's other base now? Brave Rockdivore. R6. I think it's called Ratchet. Survival SP.
Ratchet?
Yeah, the disc is called Ratchet. It's kind of confusing for Fender when you say it out loud, because it reminds him as the X Ratchet. Anyway, so it also has that chip gimmick since it's an SP bay. Speedstorm bay. This is called Speedstorm. So you have that Valkyrie. You have that Brave Valtryek ring, which is good for attack. You have that Rockdivore chip, which chips don't really matter. For some reason, I researched and found out Valtryek chip is the worst because it's the lightest and it's easy to burst. And you also have the Ratchet disc, which if it was the Tommy will have this green shield around it that only free spin one way. But yeah, Hasbro doesn't do it. The Ratchet is Tommy is bad anyway, so I'm glad they didn't copy the gimmick. This one's pretty cool because if you hit the disc, its little spikes here can spike the other bay away and chip its stamina. And Survival SP is pretty good. It's tall, but it also has a curved point, so it's good at stamina, so it doesn't fall. So although when it wobbles, it won't fall over that easily, but it also can fall over that easily if it's in a certain positions because how tall it is. So yeah, the combo's pretty good. It's actually gotten wins against our quad drive base, which we do have. Yeah, it's pretty good actually. We do have quad drive bays, which we're gonna show next. I think Fender'S bays, they're mainly all quad drive bays. So get ready to see a lot of quad drive bays. So next, first we're gonna go with the classic, the one everyone I think has heard of. Where is he? We lost his gravity ring when we went to Pakistan once. So we don't have his gravity ring anymore.
Yes, we have. It's like Pandora has it.
No, we lost. No, this is someone else's gravity ring. So yeah, we also have Lightning Pandora. So I'll share the stories of the Lightning Pandora's gravity ring later, what happened to it, because something also happened to it. So you have Destruction, Bellfire, D7, Nexus, Yield Q. These quad drive bases have armor tip, like normal tips and armor tips, so you can change modes. This is stamina, this is attack. And it also came with the gravity ring too, but we lost it in
It's okay.
No, wait. It wasn't it we lost. It was, we also have a Devastate Bellfire. Yeah, we lost Devastate Bellfire's gravity ring in Pakistan.
Yeah.
So yeah, Devastate Bellfire's gravity ring was lost in Pakistan, and I guess it's thrown out now.
Pakistan.
They say Pakistan in English. Anyway, so yeah. The layer is good. For those of you who don't know, I'll just quickly explain the gimmick to these. You have a low mode and a high mode. Low mode is when they're like this, the chip's on top and the gravity ring's on bottom. But high mode is when you swap it. This is, sorry for the background noise. The chip is below and the gravity ring is on the high. So it's actually makes it harder to burst but less fast. While in the low mode, it makes it easier to burst, but more fast. So yeah, it's pretty good actually. So yeah, yielding Q is stamina, while venture is attack. So excuse me. So it's actually I like the gimmick with these because you have 2 modes. You can switch between like 4 modes, which is pretty cool. So yeah, next. We're gonna go in the order of when they were introduced in the anime. So the next one we're gonna show is Cyclone Rock Devore R7 Giga Q Assault Q Never 6. So Cyclone, the layer also has a little more high mode gimmick. I won't show it because it will go on forever if I keep showing the gimmicks. But I will show the tips though. First of all, the layer is pretty good stamina, but it's easy to burst. Most quad drive bays are pretty easy to burst. I don't know why. I guess Hasbro's getting used to quad drive, because in quad strike bays, which Fender also has, the chips are like more tight, at least average. So yeah, this disc is good stamina and defense because of its outer weight distribution. So like most of the metal's towards the outside, making it spin longer. And now for the tips. Assault Q is an attack tip, and Never is stamina armor tip. We actually have a funny story, well not funny, but kind of depressing for Helix. So we used to do this thing where we would put the base together on without the armor tips, and then we just put them on like this. If you put them on like this, they're loose, and if you launch it, they could come out during battle. We were at a grandma's house at the time. It was like 1-2 years before we even planned on starting this channel. So when we used to do it all the time, sometimes they would launch out of stadium. We would always find them. Sorry if I'm stuttering. So one time Helix did with his Cyclone Rock Devore. He also has one. I got it for him from a trip to Montreal, and I don't know how, but his got hit and it just blasted away. We couldn't find it anywhere at our grandma's house. Like even when they went through deep cleaning, we couldn't find it. It just disappeared, and and we still can't find it to this day. Helix is pretty sad because now he doesn't have Never. From our Interstellar drop stadiums that came with those 2 extra armor tips, we gave him the stamina one so he would feel better. But he's still pretty sad about Never. But hopefully we can find it one day. Yeah. Although it seems like unfortunately we won't. But I'm sure we will anyway. So next, enough with the depressing stories. Next we're gonna show where is it? Here it is. This is one Fender wants to show you. Hold on, I put it the wrong way. I'll quickly fix it. Vanish Fafnir F7 Tapered Q Extend Plus Q.
This is the Japan one.
Well, show that one. Yeah, that's the Japan one. And Kick as the armor tip. Let me fix. I put it the wrong way. So unlike the Karatomi, the Vanish one is complete. The blade is completely made out of plastic. It does have some spin steel abilities just because it's naturally a left spinner. All left spinners these days can spin steel. It has the 3 gravity ring, which of course is not made of metal. Hasbro doesn't really add metal to the layers and drivers. They do it sometimes to the drivers, but they mainly don't do it to the layers, which makes it kind of sad. So yeah, this is its balance mode and its stamina mode. So yeah, Fender loves Vanish Fafnir mainly because he's loved all Fafnirs because he's always been attracted to the color yellow since a very young age, and since Fafnir's main color is yellow,
I want to get
he's loved it so much. He wants Drain Fafnir too. He wants all the Fafnirs But once I show you all these bays, you're gonna think like, how many bays does he have? Anyway, on to the next one. Yes, we're still going and we still have many more. Here it is. This is the next bay we have. Roar Balkesh B7, Giga Q, Edge Q, Moment 12. So yeah, the layer is pretty round and pretty hard to burst, although it says it's supposed to be easy to burst. But it is heavy too. Its round shape allows for good defense. The Giga Disc, we already went over it. But the Edge one, Edge is kind of... lots of people say Edge is bad, but I think it's just mediocre because if you don't get hit, it actually can spin for a while. But the main surprise is Moment. Because Moment, in the orange stadium we showed you where Fender'S bays are in, Moment just rides the ridges like this. It just like goes on the side and crashes back down, which is known as ringing crash / moment crash. It does it all the time when it's being hit to counter, and sometimes it won't even hit the other bail. You launch it, it just sways from side to side like it's trying to intimidate you. And then, when it's slowly starting to lose the spin, if you're up against the right spinner, it's just going to steal all your spin. It's the intimidating It's the intimidating strategy where it intimidates you, and then it steals all your spin. Like Bahamut can be pretty sneaky, Balkesh in this case. Roar Balkesh can be pretty sneaky. Anyway, on to the next one. We're gonna show this one next because he actually has 2 Roar Balkeshes. We just say Balkeshes.
I don't know where it is.
Oh wait, Fender lost his other Roar Balkesh. Well, we'll just oh wait, here it is.
There it is.
So our other Roar Balkesh, it also has Giga, but it has Gyro Q with Drift, and it has 12 dash, not 12, like not the normal 12 dash. So the layer and the disc are pretty the same. The tip is like, the way it's designed, I think it can kind of see the swirls. It's supposed to make a lot of wind and help the base spin longer. But the thing that interested us the most was drift. You see, some bays, they have a little lump on the tip that is used for extra defense, but I realized something. It happened to my Common Helios' armor tip too. The bumps wears down, creating more surface area because now the edges are exposed. And Bahamut, now Balkesh, every time we launch it, it goes crazy. It flashes around the stadium at the speed of an attack type, and usually from flashing so much and hitting the wall, it bursts.
Weird.
It's pretty surprising for us.
But not this Balkesh.
Yeah, the other Balkesh doesn't do that because its tip is calm. This guy used to be calm. Well, it used to move at least some, but it was still going to center. Somehow, like 1 in a million launches, you get to go into center and defend, but when you hit it, it just starts flashing again. But it's pretty crazy, and it has bad burst resistance from using it too much. It used to be good. I still find it's wild, but its burst resistance combined with its extra wall hitting and flashing ability, attack types and base that go fast aren't supposed to like have bad burst resistance, so they can actually like attack. But Balkesh's ability, well, accidental ability, I don't think anyone meant for this to happen. It just doesn't let it do that. So it always bursts after like pretty much every battle. Anyway, enough with Balkesh. Time for the next one. What was the next one? Oh, wait, here it is. Anime-wise, now we have Astral Spryzen, A7, over Q, Quattro Q, plus Quattro, as in, and the armor tip is also called Quattro, and 0. The layer is pretty good. Unlike the Keratami, it can't switch from right to left. It only stays on left. And if you try to turn to right, you just get this bond part, and it won't even work properly. If it worked, it could have been used for like up smash attacks, but no, it doesn't work like that. Over was pretty heavy actually, making it one of the best discs ever created. The driver, you have attack, and then you have balance. So the thing like about these drivers is that Quattro, like the Keratami, could change modes like attack, defense, stamina, balance. The thing with Astral Spryzen's tip, you can actually change from attack to balance, and it's like the exact normal Quattro. So like Quattro Q is like your average Quattro attack tip, except there's no rubber, and the armor tip is exactly like the driver, except like a bit smaller. So you actually like having Spryzen in terms of changing mode from the driver. So you can actually change to 2 modes that are actually featured in the anime, which is pretty cool. So yeah, his burst resistance is also kind of like it's bad in some ways, but he actually has some cool battles. Like the golden axes, I don't know why I always had a feeling that they're at least a bit metal because you always get some hard hits with them and bursts the opponent. So yeah, that's our Astral Spryzen. So next we have this one. This one might interest you a bit. Magma Efretor, I7, Sikwex Q, Jaggy Q, Wave 4. The thing about Magma Efretor, it was featured in the anime, but it was a Hasbro exclusive. So basically, it was all the Tommy bays, and I don't know why the Tommy just ruined a Hasbro bay.
It's come with Magma Efretor, come with Destruction Belfast, with Orange Stadium.
Yes, it comes with our Orange Stadium, I forgot the name, and Destruction Bellfire. The thing about Magma Efretor, it's good at smash attacks because of its smashing and sharp armor, but its burst resistance is the worst. Like, it's even worse than the other base. One hit and it can get destroyed. And I don't know how, but in the animes, they made it beat Savior Valkyrie, like the Rashad's one, and the Dynamite Belial, which is pretty extreme for a Hasbro bay. But yeah, the Sikwex one, I don't really have much to say about it, except like the way it's designed, it scrapes a lot, but I think it can make a lot of wind. And now for the tips, you have Jaggy Q. Jaggy Q is it's good at flashing around because of its design, and Wave. Wave reminds me of that new X-Bay driver we're getting. I forgot, it's on Steel Samurai, but it has like 3 levels. I don't know if you can see, there's like this little bumps, and you have this area, then you have like this spiky area, and then you just completely go on the side. So you have like different ways of launching. Except that it's all plastic and doesn't get that much of a good grip, so usually if you try and launch a bit diagonal, either go straight or just start scraping completely. So these two sides are like completely pointless. Magma Efretor, I'm gonna say right now, it just sucks. It just...
the background noise.
Yeah, sorry about that. It just sucks. Okay? I advise you, if you just get it for the stadium, the orange one, and just get rid of Magma Efretor, unless you just want to collect it, because it sucks. Okay? Here's a warning. It sucks. Anyway, next off we have... What's our next one? Helix has Guilty Lunar, so we can't really show Guilty Lunar, else it would be next if we had it. Oh yeah, I remember what's next.
What?
Devastate Bellfire. So, before I show it, we don't have the right gravity because we put it on high mode with the 3 disc. So, this is the base that Gravity Ring got lost in Pakistan, so it's gone forever. So, let me just quickly explain something. The cleaning mechanism there is that they sweep the ground, which was where of course it got lost, and then they throw the stuff out. So
I'm going to Pakistan.
So they probably like sweeped it all, and then they caught the gravity ring and just threw it out. So it's pretty much long gone by now. But yeah, we used the 3 one. We're just gonna get rid of 3 because it's not even a part of this. It's part of a way weaker bait, which we'll show later. Fender, you might want to get that gravity ring. I accidentally threw it too far. Anyway. We have the Chip Devastate Bellfire. Its burst resistance is good, and it's like normal weight. So you have it like this. I'm pretty sure it's meant to be like this. And then the Devastate armor, you have 2 pretty spiky. These red parts are supposed to be rubber, but of course it's plastic because Hasbro safety precautions. Gario went through the Sikwex disc. I don't need to go more about that. You have All Might Q and All Might. So just like Spryzen, Astral Spryzen, the performance tip and armor tip are named the exact same thing. So, Fender, can you get me my water ball? My throat's starting to get scratchy from talking too much. So anyway, it has the driver's stamina of like the normal one, so it can't spin for a while, and then you have attack. Just something I didn't tell about Destruction Bellfire or Devastate Bellfire is that the attack tips are pretty round. So although it can get some attack type hits, it mainly goes on to center. I'm gonna see if I can like get some flash on so there'll be like better lighting. Oh yeah, now we have better lighting. Let's go. So yeah, here we go. You can see it's round, so it actually makes it pretty bad in terms of like attack. The combo, in my opinion, is kind of good because its burst resistance good. It came with the whole stadium, so yeah. It's pretty good in general, if you ask me. It's like okay for Hasbro. No, for Hasbro, it's actually pretty good. So if you want to buy this, I think you should. I'm not gonna count. We're not gonna put a count meter on how many base Fender has because it's gonna be like 60. We're not even like halfway through by the looks of it. Next we have Glory Ragnar. Bruh, my throat's killing me. Anyway, Glory Ragnar is a balance type. It has the glory ring, you know, the blade with this special. It's called the greatest armor in this case. Well, since it's Hasbro, it could have been glory armor, but Hasbro named it greatest armor based on greatest Raphael's the Care Tommy name. I don't know. Yo, it comes with over, just, Q, and extend. I think it's extend plus dash for the armor type. Something about Glory Ragnar, even in like the Care Tommy and in the anime, the whole point is that these sides go upwards. So it creates like a circle. Hold on, let me see if I can zoom out. Actually, no, I'll keep it like this. It's okay. So it actually like it creates like these sides go up, creating a circle, and the anime creates a circle of light. In real life, the gimmick can work for at least the character Tommy, but it's pretty bad because sometimes they can actually like break off. And sometimes they actually get unbalanced. One side's all the way here and the other one hasn't even fully risen. So one weight's on the one side, make it go like teeter. And we already went through the over. So it's good, but we don't need to talk about it again. Just sucks. I'm gonna tell you right now, it sucks. Y'all, if you have like Wyvern, like you know, a Jet Wyvern. Hold on, let me drink water. Okay, I'm back. Safe. Throat feels so much better. Thank you, Fender, for getting the water bottle. And you need a drink too. Anyway, just sucks. The whole point is that Jet Wyvern, you could see it's just the point. Although in the anime it's supposed to go straight to the center, have like a lot of stamina. You just hit it once and it scrapes. At least Jet Wyvern, the character Tommy, has like a plate around it so it could like get itself back up. But this one, it has no plate. It'll just either the disc will scrape, this part will scrape, or the driver will, like, the tip will scrape. Surprisingly, on Glory Ragnar and Title Pandora, which we also have a show later, it does kind of good, but most of the time it just sucks. Then you have the armor tip, which is pretty good, well, decent at least. Extend plus dash, excuse me. So, it had, in the anime, it can change different modes for the character Tommy, changes, like, to different modes. Its main modes are like attack and defense. It also has stamina and balance. I don't know about balance. I think it has balance, but yeah. I'm not really looking at the camera. I'm looking at like what do you call it? Through my own hand. So I'm not even looking through the camera. So I don't even know if you guys can see it properly. I check every few seconds, a few minutes to make sure you can see. Hopefully you guys can see. So yeah. It, like Magma Aether has like many levels. But this one, the levels can, if you launch it in a way and its launch is strong enough to hold itself up, these levels can actually like get a grip of themselves to create different movements. So it's better than Magma Aether, definitely. In total, the combo is actually pretty good. It has beaten lots of ours, but for some reason, I don't know why, but I had a Chanker base once, but it was beaten up. So I gave it to Fender and I got another Chanker base. That beaten up Chanker base could always beat it, just like one hit and it bursts. You know that scene in Beyblade Burst Evolution where Lunar uses Dragon Crash and bursts Fafnir? That's what it reminded me of. Like, the chain armors looked like a Dragon Crash, and then Glory Ragnar would just burst. But still, it's still very good. I'm not saying it's bad, it's still very good. I'm just saying that sometimes grid base can be OP. Anyway, next we have the bit I've been wanting to show you guys, because it actually has a secret ability that we saw the character Tommy had. Prominence Phoenix.
Oh, Prominence Phoenix.
So, Prominence Phoenix, Taper Q, Zone Q, Universe 12. So, Prominence Phoenix, you already know the anime, the armor comes off. So, it is actually pretty good how the armor comes off. I'm gonna turn off lighting now, because I feel like if I turn it on and zoom in too much, you guys won't be able to see. So, sorry, you're gonna have to deal with the bad lighting. Let me fix the stand. The stand is giving up on us. There we go.
Good.
So, Prominence, the tapered disc we already run through many times, so get it out of here. Good life after death. So, Prominence Blade is pretty good at defense with its, like, armor, and the anime is supposed to shoot out. Before I tell you how Hasbro can actually shoot out, Hasbro can shoot out if you put it in this way, so I'll show you later as soon as I introduce this. Zone Q, we already know it has It's Helios had like the Keratomi normal zone. If you launch it straight, it like goes in the center because of its round armor. Yeah, I think you can at least see the shape. If you launch it even a bit crooked, the sides hit and so it goes a bit crazy. Make it balanced. A balanced tip. And universe, something about our universe is wrong because our universe shakes a lot when it's on here, even when it's built together. And it's life after death, although it's supposed to be good. It's kind of bad when it's great spinning because this isn't free spinning. It's like stuck. So yeah. Now, I'm going to show you something awesome that Prominence Phoenix can do. You know how you have Hasbro, its armor cannot shoot off. Well, I actually know a way it can. So, this is how you do it. You put the gravity ring like this, and then you take the chip, put it sideways, and just, you know these little spikes? You place it towards the left of it. So, like here, okay? And then, you build the combo. Let me just get the disc. And the tip, and yeah. So then you make the gravity ring go all the way to the right, so take all the way to the right. You place the armor like this. You see this little like hole thing here with the hole? You see these holes? You put it in like this, you push it in a bit. Hold on, and then you just twist it counterclockwise, and there. The way this armor works is that during battle, if you hit it hard enough, the armor will actually twist off and come out. We've done it in real life battles, it actually is really good, but the thing is, when the armor comes off, it becomes very easy to burst. Oh yeah, this is what I was talking about before. This has very bad grip, even if you put it on properly, it easily falls off. So yeah. Anyway, the armor comes off when it gets hit in ways that twists. But after the armor's taken off, Prominent Phoenix can burst easily. And there's actually a hazard to this because the chips, like these parts, when they get hit after the armor's off, they can damage your Prominent Phoenix. I'm going to tell you now, use this method with caution, knowing that it can damage your Prominent Phoenix chip. I'm sure some of you don't even like Hasbro Prominent Phoenix unless you want to cherish it. So if you want to cherish yours, then I advise you keep it safe. You can still do it, but be a bit careful with it. We made that mistake before by only using the chips and not the armors, which I'll explain later, because two of our bays have gone a lot of damage, and because of that, and the two bays actually have that much damage are Fender'S first Beyblades like ever. So anyway, let me move on to the next one. Now we're gonna move on to the Hasbro ones that were like not featured in the anime, but Hasbro still made them. First off, we'll start with Stone Nemesis, or as it should have been called, Stone Noctimus. If you watch that Beyblade vs. anime in English, you know that Nemesis was his Tommy name, but Hasbro renamed it to Noctimus. I don't know why they renamed it Nemesis again. Should have just been like Stone Noctimus. I don't know why Stone Noctimus just sounds cooler. The letter C makes it cooler. Anyway, so it's Siquex Q, which we already know about. This is like our third Siquex Q. He has Needle, Q, and Blow. Yeah, the horrible blows. He actually made it flat. I'll explain later. And then you have 3 dash. So, see about the armors that, you know how Noctimus had like a smash mode and an upper mode? It kind of like 2-in-1, because these spikes allow for smashing, while if you can upper from these sides. You upper from here, and the rest of the chip just takes the rest of the way. Let me drink some water again. Thank you, I'm back. Bruh. Sorry. Anyway, so 3 dash, yeah, we also have that. I think the dash gravity rings have like, they fill in those like missing gaps and make it like a bit thicker. And I think that's supposed to increase burst resistance, because dash always means increased burst resistance. But yeah. So you have Needle Q. You know Needle's like usually a column tip that goes in the center? Well, Needle Q is not. Needle Q is flat enough that even if it's fresh, it'll just flash around the stadium almost as wild as an awakened purple Roarball Cash. And it's supposed to stay in the center. It wastes almost all of its stamina. It's even more faster than the armor tip Flat Blow. It's just Blow, but we're gonna call it Flat Blow because it's flat. So yeah. The blow is pretty good because it's not pointy anymore. Well, it's still kind of bad. It is more aggressive now. But yeah, sorry for the background noise. I don't know I keep saying it, but there's music playing now. Anyway, so you also get music while watching this. Anyway, so you have blow. Blow, yeah, I already said was pretty flat. And this is more wilder. A defense tip is more wilder than an attack tip. Like, when have we ever seen that? Although, I guess that Orban Guard E4 from Hasbro, its suction cups completely made out of plastic, and because it has more surface area, it just goes crazy as well. So in total, this guy usually sucks because his burst resistance is bad, but we've had many battles where it's actually come close to bursting a bait, but its burst resistance just burst first. But if it had better burst resistance, even like a bit better, probably would be able to demolish so many bays in its path. But alas, we're just stuck with this. Yeah, I still like it though, mainly because it's an Optimus Bay. Noctimus hasn't returned in a long time. So yeah. Next we have... Who do you have next? We're just gonna introduce this guy because I just saw him. The Red Cyclone Rocktavore. Aquilin Dash Q. Yes, this can have Dash too. And you have Massive Q, Fluggo, and the 6 armor. It's like normal Cyclone Rocktavore. So, you already seen the layer. We already seen this, so we can get it out of the way. This is bad. It's pretty bad. I'm gonna admit it to you. I'm gonna tell you why. Although it is meant for defense, its stamina's pretty bad, and if you ask me, it's kind of like compared to other discs, and for defense, you're supposed to be heavy. So yeah, this disc is pretty bad. Dash, I don't see how this guy gives you more burst resistance. You have a normal equivalent Q, and I think that's just better. So, yeah. Now, next you have Massive Q. The anime Massive was used before. It has like a ball, a free spinning ball. But this one is just plastic, so it doesn't move. It's still a pretty good defense tip. It gets a good grip if it like leans towards the side because of these 3 spikes. Last but not least, well, kind of least, because it kind of sucks, you have Fluggo. Fluggo is made for to, like, create a lot of wind and create your centrifugal force. But the thing about Fluggo is that once you hit it and it starts scraping and you lose all your stamina. And because this is, I feel like if this was metal, it will create a more centrifugal force. But since it's plastic, it doesn't create that much of a stamina difference. Like, if we put Never on this guy, he probably would have more stamina. Although, for some reason, the box said it had more stamina than the normal Orange Cyclone Rocktavore. But in my opinion, the orange one has more stamina. Oh yeah, and the orange one, if you launch it so much, the Never gets flat and it starts flashing around as well. I guess you could count that as Awakening. I wouldn't really, but your choice, whatever. Next one. Oh yeah, in general, this kind of sucks. Its burst resistance is also bad. Although it has been able to beat Orange Cyclone Rocktavore before. Next, we're still on Quad Drive, and we're still on Quad Drive. I don't even think we're halfway through, guys, so bear with us. We might have to make a part 2 if this drags on. Anyway, so now we have Destruction Ifritor, Nexus Q, Assault Q, Kick, and yeah. I don't really have to introduce anything to this because we already see Nexus. It's pretty good at attack. He also has good center of gravity. The Destruction Blade is pretty, although it's small, it's still pretty good. The Ifritor chip sucks. We already seen Assault Q, which is good at like flashing, and Kick. Yeah, Fender mainly got Destruction Ifritor because he wanted the orange armor tip like Fafnir had in the anime. They gave Fafnir blue for some reason for Hasbro, which makes no sense. So he got Destruction Ifritor for that purpose. It came with Stone Noctimus. I honestly love Stone Noctimus, and I actually did ask Fender a few times that I could have it, but I said no. So yeah, anyway. He has pretty good stamina, and his burst resistance is kind of good. The only flaw I think it has is that it used the Ifritor chip, but somehow it makes the Ifritor chip good. So this combo is pretty good. It's better than Noctimus by the looks of it, which is kind of sad because Noctimus was the main part. This was just like a side combo they had. Anyway, yeah, pretty good combo. Next one. I'm gonna just introduce this guy now because I feel like he's so weak, we should just get him out of the way. If you have him, you might know what I'm talking about. He came with the purple Rollerball Cash. If you have purple Rollerball Cash, you'll know who I'm talking about. The guy who just sucks at pretty much everything. Stone Baldarov. Quadru Q, Assault Q, I forgot what this is called. Yeah, I forgot what this is called. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot what the armor tip's called. Yeah, and he has the 3 gravity ring. The only reason this guy's so bad, they made his burst resistance horrible. The chip was mainly used for a defense type, which makes sense why they gave it bad burst resistance, so like the defense is supposed to cover for that. But this guy was used on a stamina combo. So it has the Noctimus blade, like the stone blade, so yeah, we already know that it can smash an upper. The Guachu Q blade, it's supposed to be good to stamina and defense because most of the weight is towards like the outside, and since it's lower, it's supposed to have better life after death, which I do think it kind of does. Assault, we already went over it. I feel like there are 2 reasons this is bad. It's burst resistance and the armor tip it gave him. This also came with Katana Muramasa, which we don't have. It's basically supposed to be for stamina. It's like this huge plate. It's like this little curve, and then there's like these plates that, you know, like help it get up when it falls down. But all it does, it does increase defense, but its life after death is kind of good, but stamina's not that good. So bad burst resistance. So here's this thing. If you put it in attack mode, it's gonna burst because of its bad burst resistance. If you put it in stamina mode, it still has bad burst resistance, and its stamina's gonna be bad. And even in high mode, its burst resistance is horrible. So yeah, I advise not to get the Balkesh pack, which that comes with purple Balkesh and Stone Balrog, mainly because of Stone Balrog. And you can't get purple Balkesh for collecting. If you want to use it, just hope it doesn't awaken and just do that to you, unless you want to make it stay on stamina mode, because the stamina mode is pretty OP. So yeah. Next, we have another stone one. We have like 3 stone bays. Stone Lindworm. Stone Lindworm. The Lindworm chip is like I think it's based off an ice dragon, so we already went through like the stone again. This is 2 dash. 2 dash is like more round than 2. It looks more circular. Oh yeah, 5 core. 5 core I like because it's supposed to resemble the Valkyrie, Valkyrie blades with the 3, you know, wing sides. It increases stamina by the way it is. It increases centrifugal force no matter which way you use it. If you use it right, it's going to increase centrifugal force. And if you make it spin left, it still increases it, although the wind goes the opposite direction. It can be used like, if you're using combo that makes a lot of like wind, the wind could be powerful enough to like blow the other bay away, although I think that's not really good. His burst resistance is pretty tight. Although with hands it may seem pretty tight. During battle, my Genesis Voucher connects to Tomb Burst this guy like a million times. So although it may seem good by hands, it's pretty burst resistant. Isn't that good? Evolution. But to be fair, even like a burst bay, like even a dual layer, no, a single layer could be Stone Balrog. That's how bad it is. It comes with Zephyr Q. Zephyr is like, sorry. Bro, what's going on with my throat? Anyway, Zephyr is like, if you ever heard that tip Excel was released on the first burst bay, which is like a Valkyrie wing Excel. And the thing about it is that it's like wing Excel except there's a hole in the middle that decreases attack power and speed, but it increases stamina. So yeah, it's a good balance tip. We already saw Never, so no need for that. So it is kind of good. Its burst resistance is kind of mediocre, a bit less than mediocre, but its stamina is actually pretty good. And like Balkachi does that slope thing. Any like bay with Never or Moment will just swoop from side to side. Actually no, every quad drive bay can swoop from side to side. Mainly, yeah, pretty much every quad drive bay can. So yeah, enough with me ranting about the side taunting movements, and let's move on to our next one. I think we're still in quad drive. I'm sorry, guys. I think... Wait, we might be done quad drive. Let me just check. Did we go through everything? Yes, I think we're... Unless I forgot quad drive, I'll bring it later. But I think we're done quad drive. So now we're finally on the quad strike. That took forever. Anyway, now we're on the quad strike. Something, like, more exciting. First, we have Divine Bellfire. B7 Squadron Q, Guard Q, Adventure broke, sorry, and 3. So this was one of Fender'S first base, along with Lightning Pandora and the Blue Stadium, the Thunder Stadium. The chip is good. It's basically a recolor of Devastate Bellfire, except according to the app, it's supposed to be like supposed to have less burst resistance, but it's we'll show Lightning Pandora later. It has less burst resistance, but it's more fast. So yeah. You see, we used to battle with chips. At the time, I wasn't as a pro and more as knowledge as Beyblade as I used to. So you could kind of see like lots of the side grips of these parts have gone. So once you put it on, you can easily just look. It slides all the way. Like this doesn't look like a normal Divine Belial if you hold it the proper way. Like anyone knows the card isn't supposed to be that close to like the face. It's supposed to be at least like this much. Yeah, like this much at least. Not like all the way. That looks like it's staying right at the claw. Anyway, so yeah, the 3 went over it. Squadron, they used it on Salvage Valtryek with Hasbro, which we don't have. It has good outer weight distribution because of, the metal here. And it actually has good burst resistance because of its design. And it's pretty heavy. Yeah, it's a pretty good disc, actually. We have Guard Q for the tip. I actually like Guard Q because of its round design and the fact that it can counter with this hexagonal bottom shape. But I have to be honest, it's kind of mediocre. Although its defense is pretty good, it is kind of mediocre. So now we have Adventure. Our Adventure broke from here, so I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. Oh yeah, wait, never mind. For a sec, I forgot to introduce the other armor tips for the other ones. Anyway, it's 51 minutes. I'm pretty much losing my mind at this point. And well, anyway, so you have Adventure. Adventure's pretty good. It has like this good grip. It gets a lot of friction because of its design. It's pretty much like a sharper, more wider Venture. You have Adventure and you have Venture. Sometimes I mix up the names because of how they similarly sound, but yeah. It has good friction, it has good attack power, and its stamina is kind of good because of how much friction it has, but it's not that good. So yeah, in total, this is pretty good, but of course, now, like, our version is bad because of how much damage it's gotten. But we have a base that took, like, more damage, that we can't even use it. We had to buy Stellar Hyperion, which I'll show later. Fender bought it just so he could get the broken gravity ring for it. So this would be Lightning Pandora L8. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, no, P8. Yeah, we're at the 8s now. You have the Lightning Blade. The 7- gravity ring broke, I'll tell you, like, later. Yeah, I already told them. So you have Twist Q, pretty good at stamina, outer weight distribution again. Its round design also makes it good for stamina. You have Fusion Q. Fusion, we all know, is kind of bad because of its how it is, like, although it is good if you launch it slightly, it goes like my guy and always Fusion does these cool movements. I honestly think it's good. I have to admit, I honestly think it's good, like the tip. And now we have the armor tip, which is stamina. I think it's called, I forgot what it's called. It's okay. I think it's not called Stormy, because that's what Title Pandora's is. And well, I forgot. Too bad for us. Anyway. So yeah, this one's stamina. It's pretty good stamina, and like I'm gonna say the whole point of like Quad Strike base is that the armor tips reach out like this, so they could the stadium's designed so that round armor tips could just like grip and like fall back down and like counterattack and stuff like that. So yeah. 7- when we first got it, Fender wasn't as good at Beyblade as he was. He tried to take the gravity ring out for this guy once. I told him I'd help him. He said no, because he wanted to try and do it himself and prove he was independent with Beyblade. Because at the time, I was way better than him, so he wanted to like show that he was good. I can't blame him. So yeah, he took it off and he accidentally snapped it in half. So we were still able to put it on. It's had big cracks in it, which could affect like stamina. Well, it was pretty good. It was still like okay. But like 2 weeks later, we're battling. I launched Divine Bellfire. He launched Lightning Pandora. At the time, I did have my habit of launching after, but somehow my Divine Bellfire crushed, dived on Lightning Pandora, and the gravity ring got shattered to 3 pieces.
Where's the gravity ring?
So eventually, I had to throw the gravity ring out, and I couldn't let Fender know because he was gonna be sad at the time. But then we got.
Why did you did it? There's a piece of gravity ring. At your room at
but our mother told us we can't keep broken toys, so I had to sort it out. But we got Stellar Period, and now you can use it on that. So hooray! Anyway, the combo was pretty good until it broke. So yeah, let's on to the next one. Hold on, I need to drink water and do something. Okay, on to the next one. What will be the next one? I used to own a Gambit Dragon, but I gave it to my younger cousin because when we brought Beyblades to Pakistan, he got really interested in them. So I gave him my Gambit Dragon because Fender didn't want to give any of his. So yeah, Gambit Dragon's in England now. Shout out to Mikhail if he ever sees this. It's pronounced Mikhail, but everyone calls him Mikhail. Yeah, these are like Islamic names, so they might sound weird to you guys. But yeah, shout out to him. So next we have what would be the next one in this case? So sorry for background noise. I'm annoying myself by keep saying that but there's background noise. It was just here. Title Pandora was just here. Hold on, we need to find Title Pandora. Let's hope I can find it. I don't want to keep you guys waiting with like a water bottle. We're just gonna use this as our waiting scene. Look at the water flow. Pretty dumb, but it's our only option while we look for a stubborn Title Pandora. Hold on, we're gonna have to find Title Pandora wherever it went. If we can't find her, we're just gonna have to skip it. I'll just tell you the parts and we'll move on. Okay, just in case you can't find it, I'm gonna tell the parts. It has 6 dash, it has the Nexus disc, it has Just Q, and it has the armor tip Stormy. It's an attack type with the armor tip on, defense type with armor tip off. Yeah, I don't think we can find it. I'm sorry guys, but Title Pandora will not be shown here. Thankfully, the other Pandoras are here, so we can actually, show them instead of, having just to tell you guys their parts. Yeah, Title Pandora is gone, so I don't know what happened. Oh, come on. Fender put hold on, I just realized Fender put 2 of his bass all the way there. Prominence Phoenix and Title Pandora. Let me just get Title Pandora. Hold on. Here it is. He also put Zeal Achilles there. Yes, we have Zeal Achilles. For those of you who are surprised at this point by how many bass Fender has, we're still going. Trust me. So now we have Title Pandora. We already said Nexus. We already heard about Nexus. We already heard about Just, how horrible it is. First we'll start with the blade. The blade is round. It's like the Valtryek design. Many bass take the Valtryek design with that 3 blades. Don't worry guys, I'm not getting sick. I don't know why this is happening. Anyway, so you have that round blade. And then you have that. And it's good for attack. And the Title Pandora tip. All the chips are the same for all Pandoras. They're 4 Pandoras. But they're all the same except different recolors. Lightning Pandoras, they all put prefixes at the end to tell them apart. The Lightning Pandora chip has Endless. This guy has Epic. Twister Pandora has, I forgot what it's called. I think it has Evasive or something like that. And then Flame Pandora has Everlasting. Pretty cool, Everlasting. Anyways, yeah. This guy, it's kind of round, but it's still pretty good for attack. It can go wild at times. Ours, for some reason, had this powder stuck inside it. It doesn't affect performance, but it just looks weird. I tried cleaning it many times. It just annoys me that's still there. Anyway, on to the next page. Title Pandora is pretty good. Anyway, I'm just going to say now, Lightning Pandora is pretty much the worst Pandora out there. So next we have, I'm still going anime-wise, guys, so I'm not going to show the other Pandoras now. Next, we have, I know we're going to say I own Chainker Bass, but I'm going to tell you now. I used to have this Chainker Bass, but it slowly started breaking. The armor tip part got chipped off, and the blades just started wearing out. So I gave it a Fender, and at first I was gonna get Guilty Luminor, but then I got another Chainker Bass because I just love Kerbass. It's such a good bay. Too bad they never brought it until Quad Strike or BU. But yeah, and they used Kyle for Turbo. Yeah, I remember my friend Zalon tricking me that Kyle was just Ken in the mask. He didn't. And he said that the only reason he didn't reveal his true identity was because he didn't want Vault all hugging him and all that. And I actually believed him until rewatching the anime and seeing he was a separate character called Kyle. Anyway, yeah, so the blade is Chainker Bass. We don't have to go through too much detail because I own Chainker Bass, although I haven't really explained that much. Chain armor is good at defense. You also have the Kerbass armor. The Kerbass chip, also pretty good. 3 dogs, like Kerbass is. 6 we already went through. Yeah, Fender's playing a game with her dad, so you can hear a lot of laughing. You have Aquilin, which is, I told you guys earlier, we had Aquilin Dash and Aquilin. Aquilin's good, actually, because it has more stamina and it's a bit more heavier. You have Revolve Q. Revolve Q is good at stamina because of its shape. It's based on, if you see Revolve on, Rising Ragnarok / Raging Rock, where it has, that little free spinning part. The only problem is they couldn't make it an armor tip if they did that. they become make like a tip that I put inside if they did that. So and I guess they want to bring back Revolve, so they did it like this. And then next year, and then you have Yard is good. It's unlike the Care Tommy, it doesn't have that free spinning ball. It's still pretty good. The only problem is my Yard chipped, which is why it looks crooked. Well, my old one did. It's actually a lot rounder and more good. So in total, Janker base is pretty good. I already told you Janker base can burst Ragnar. It's like one of the only few bases that can burst Ragnar, and it loses to a lot of other bases. So I don't know, guys. I guess it's just that powerful. Next, it's another base that we both own. I got this bay mainly because of the launcher. You guys can tell which bay I'm probably talking about now because of the sword launcher. Zyphoid, Excalius, X8, Xansis Q, Extend Q, Extend plus Q. I think it's Extend plus Dash Q, and Sword, and 1. Yeah, it's called 1 mainly because I always thought it's just because like these one little point, although I realized he had like 6. But if you look closely, it's actually like there's one little like sword point here, which then why it's called 1. So yeah. So Zyphoid Excalius is one of those one-hit KO ways. Unlike other Excaliuses, I have to go halfway to burst. This one, during, even if it's like all the way clicked in, its sword is pointing out. And if it goes like halfway, instead of the swords aligning, they go separate. And yeah, this Excalius took a bit of damage. I don't know if you can see, but the lock has scratches and dents on it, so it bursts a lot. So now let's go through the parts. The chip is heavy. The blade, you already know, is good. 1 is pretty good too. It's slightly off balance, but in general, it's good. Xansis, it was made for Excalius because of its 1 point. You can tell, like, the sword design is pretty good, although it can be off balance. It's still pretty good attack. Rory wants to extend plus dash Q with Spanish draft here. Sword's pretty good with its attack power. But the thing surprised me the most is its stamina. Everyone says Excalius has bad stamina, but the thing about Sword is that the armor tip, it's round and it's made of soft plastic, so it actually has like less friction. I said earlier in the videos that more friction equals more stamina with Divine Belial. I was wrong, I'm sorry, it's less friction. I don't know how Divine Bellfire has like good stamina. Yeah, I'm talking about Hasbro. I keep mixing up Hasbro with the Care Tommy names. So yeah, this sword has this round soft plastic, which gives a lot of stamina even with an unbalanced combo. So there is actually a chance he can win in stamina battles. In the box, it's advertised as like 0 stamina, but I like to tell the people who said that, no, it is not with a round, smooth bit like that. Look, I'm gonna hand spin it, and it's gonna spin for a while. Although a bit wild, you can see it at least spins for a while. Like, no Excalius would spin for that long, bro. And it's still spinning. I'm gonna tell you guys when it stops. It just stopped. It only stopped now because it hit the phone, or else it was spun a bit longer. So yes, Excalius has stamina. On to the next one. Next, I think we have... Oh yeah, we do have Stellar Hyperion. The Bay Fender got mainly because of the 7-dash gravity ring, which is Lightning Pandora lost. So yeah, the Stellar Hyperion H7... Diagram Q, Guard Q, Explosion, like just an explosion, and 7-dash. So the blade is like this. It's like pretty sharp. It's like a 2-bladed design. It's good at striking, which is why its signature move, and only move, is Stellar Strike. Diagram is pretty good for defense because of like bulky design, and that it has like a lot of weight and a lot of weight toward this downer area, so it has like at least some life after death, although not that much. But I already went through Guard Q, so we're not gonna go through that. Explosions kind of round. But it's still pretty flat. It has some stamina, like a bit of stamina, but it definitely has less stamina than Excalius, bro. Overall, Stellar Hyperion's a pretty good attack type bay. So yeah, I have first, Alex also has a Stellar Hyperion. Me and him used to team up against Fender all the time. I remember he had a signature move. I put my bay on stamina mode, he'd put his on defense. We'd have twin spin where we'd both go towards the center, and because of our armor's design, we could just like sync with each other, and it was like we were pushing each other, so we would spin forever. And every time one Fender's base tried to come in between our circle, this is how it would be. Let me just see. We'll use this Beyblade that our dad got. It's not a Beyblade at all. It's just like it's a spinning top. That's like a Beyblade. So pretend this is Comet Helios. We were spinning, it come in between, and we just crush it until it bursts. We did that so many times to Fender. But sometimes he would break through our spin and we'd lose. But most of the time we destroy him with that move. Anyway, next we have, this is the one we introduced the third Pandora, which is Twister Pandora. Twister Pandora. Yeah, guys, I think we're like halfway through by now, so this video is going to be almost 2 hours long. Let's hope we can continue, and we don't have to make a part 2. The Twister Pandora is pretty good. This is our Twister Pandora, evasive, Quattro Q, Edge Q with, this is Twister 4. Oh, for a second, I just remembered the armor tip for Lightning Pandora. Anyway, we already seen 4. The only reason I don't talk about the gravity rings, they're all pretty much the same because they're all plastic. They all pretty much like perform the same thing, so I won't talk about that. Only spoke about one because of its unique design, and the dash gravity rings because of their supposedly gives good burst resistance. But yeah, the blade is pretty round with this point, which in the anime is used for like Twister Break. And the only thing I found like there's a problem is that it's slightly off balance because of this huge gap. So it may go slightly unbalanced, which is why ours can wobble a lot, like our Lucius Endbringer. But Lucius Endbringer definitely wobbles more. We've already seen Quattro. We've already seen Edge. But this bit is pretty interesting because, well, actually not that interesting for me, kind of is. This bit is the defense. I mean, I keep saying bit. I'm getting mixed up with X now. So this armor tip. Please excuse me if I've been saying bit for the last few times, but yeah, this armor tip, there's also dirt on it. Anyway, why do we keep getting sidetracked? Anyway, this tip is round, and it has these, like, things here, these bumps that give it extra friction when it tilts over, and its roundness also allows you to, like, defend attacks. Apparently, the more rounded your tip is, and the more armor you have around that round piece, the more defense you'll have. So yeah, in general, Twister Pandora is pretty good. Fender got this as one of his birthday presents. But honestly, Twister Pandora, I'm sure in general is good, but ours wobbles a lot, like Lucius Endbringer for some reason. So ours is just like, not that good. But I'm sure Twister Pandora in general is good. So yeah. Next one. This one's kind of major for some of us, although it's also a huge disappointment because in the character Tommy and in its past appearances in the anime, it was so cool, but I feel like Hasbro just kind of did something to it, although it's pretty cool. Zeal Achilles, Giga Q, Massive Q, Quattro 2. Yes, you have a Quattro 2. 12. Dash. Oh yeah, it's 12 dash. I saw it was just 12, but I guess it's 12 dash. Anyway, so yeah. Zeal Achilles, pretty good chip. The blade, it has like 2 swords which are used for attack and 2 shields, these blue parts which are used for defense. These empty parts are like its weakness points. So if you want to do damage, I guess you just hit it there. So yeah, Giga we already went over, good stamina and defense, also massive. Quattro 2. So for Zeal Achilles, they created a second Quattro because if they used the first Quattro, it wouldn't be able to, fit with that slope gimmicks that they have. But yeah. This one, although Zeal Achilles in the anime mainly goes in the center, this one for some reason, it just flashes around. Most of these tips, if they're like even slightly flat, they'll just flash around. Which for some bays like Zeal Achilles, where it's supposed to go in the center most of the time, isn't good. But at least Zeal Achilles can attack, because they made its defense better than its attack. And for those of you who like Zeal Achilles as an attacker, Hasbro decided to make a good defense for some reason. I don't know why. Hold on, let me drink some water. The music, bro. Fender's watching Chris Garmley. His teacher showed him his channel, and he really likes his songs. He's uploaded a new Christmas song lately that he's been listening to all the time. We're just talking. Oh, come on!
What happened?
Can you please give me... I can't believe I forgot to introduce one Decare Tommy Bay that Fender has, which I'll introduce right now.
Where? These?
No. This one, the white one. I don't want to spoil it.
Oh, Rage Longinus.
He's spoiled in it. Rage Longinus. He also has Rage Longinus. I'm sorry I forgot to introduce it. I just got stuck with it being in Pro Series because he has a lot of Pro Series base. And knockoff Surge base. So yeah. This is like Surge base except they're like more like heavy. So you have like the chip again that can come off. This is the left spinning attack type. You have the chip that can come off. Hold on. I'm using a charger for this and it keeps coming off. 46%. I don't think we need the charger anymore. Let's get this charger off so we can use it properly. There you go. So Lunar. Okay, actually took the wrong part off. Hold on. Oh yeah, I forgot. Lunar. It also has like that chip that could come off. You also have this middle chip, like this purple part that you can just take off. I won't do it though. I'll just like slightly do it like this because it can be a pain to put back on again. Lunar has metal on it, so it's actually like good. I'll call it Longinus because since it's actually Longinus. The Rage Blade has metal, and it's designed to like do massive upper attack. Even the Longinus had its own chassis specifically designed for it. You can tell like the dragon shape, it's there. If you look closely, you can tell it's kind of there. Excuse me, the dragon shape. Because they have Destroy Dash. Destroy was good enough because it had good life after death, good attack, but they made it Dash. For those of you who don't know, Dash drivers are basically when they add a golden spring instead of a normal one, and these red plates instead of white ones, making it really hard to burst. So we have a base that can spin steel because life after death drivers can spin steel. And that is good at massive upper attacks and is extremely heavy. So this base was pretty much the best Surge bay. And Guilty Longinus is the best burst bay in general. So yeah. Rage Longinus. Let's hope I don't forget any other Fender'S Sticker Tommy base. He does have any other ones I forget to bring up because sometimes even I forget his base by how much he has. So time for the next one.
Done?
Going back to Hasbro, now we have Zeal Achilles. No, I already introduced Zeal Achilles. Never mind. I introduced it.
Can I show Bronson something?
Okay.
Hydro Poseidon?
Hydro Poseidon. We'll show him later.
Oh, and Flame Pandora.
Yeah, we also don't spoil them. We also have Flame Pandora, Hydro Poseidon. It's okay. I already told you. He's just excited, I guess. So you can show Bronson.
Yeah.
Our friend Bronson has a normal Keel Shark, while Fender has the green version.
Bronson's my bro. Bronson. Jimmy.
This is the green menacing Keel Shark that we see all the time that cut some of my skin ones, that demolished the competition and burst the sword drain. I want to humiliate it because of how powerful it is.
This is for Ratchet Bronson.
We're going to show it now. 380, 3.8 millimeters high. Good at life after death. The bit, it's the classic flash.
Sword drain has that.
Good at flashing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Bye,
it's pretty fast.
Bronson.
So
You're my bro.
Yeah, Fender considers Bronson his bro because they both like Beyblade. Helix introduces Bronson to him every day. From now on, Bronson is going to be known as a different name. I'll think of one by the next video because everyone we know gets their own special name on our channel.
Don't change Bronson's name.
No, just for our channel.
Oh.
Anyway, so anime-wise, the next one is Bolt Spryzen, but I have Bolt Spryzen. So then is Destin Ballfire, which, he doesn't have, although he wants it, I guess. Now we have Flame Pandora then. Flame Pandora reminds me of the rice our mother, cooks us sometimes. Very yummy. Shout out to my mother for that yummy rice. Anyway, so Flame Pandora is a balance type. So it's a Quilling Q. We already went through over it. Oh yes, Joel Q. Joel Q is interesting. I'll go do it in a minute. And you have this one. I keep forgetting the name of this bit. There's a bug that's distracting me. Hold on. I think it can fly. Never mind. I'll just leave it. Anyways, hiding under the phone. Anyway. So yeah, it also has 12. So Flame Pandora. If you look closely, I won't bring all the Pandoras now because that'd be kind of like too much space. But the side parts are a resemblance of Lightning Pandora. The side defense parts are resemblance of Twister. Hold on. These are resemblance of Twister. These are resemblance like the size of Lightning. And the shape is a resemblance of Tidal. So it's basically all Pandoras in one. Pretty good. Quilling we already went over. Joel is designed to make like tornadoes and mini tornadoes while flashing around. So it is pretty good for flashing. But in terms of barrage attacks, not so good. I forgot the name to this one again. So I forgot what it's called. We'll just forget the name though. Okay, if I remember the name in the next few minutes, I'll tell you. So yeah, pretty good combo in general. And yeah, on to the next one. I feel like the name Domerta is in my head. It just won't come out. I know the name. Anyway, enough about that. Now I think we're on to the now we're on to the ones that weren't in the anime, because it does have Destined Bellfire or Ruined Pandemonium. This video is gonna be like in almost 2 hours by the time we're done. Anyway, first we have Xiphoid Knight, Nexus Q, Assault Q, Quattro 2 with 7. We already went through like these 3 parts, so to save time, we'll just get them out of the way. 7 is like a release on Xavier Valkyrie, also Xiphoid Knight. It has pretty good attack power with its unbalanced shape. See, 1, 2, 3, 4 points here, and 1, 2, 3 here. I gotta start looking at the camera more so you guys can see. So, Xiphoid, we already went over. The Night Blade is pretty good. There's not really much to say about it, except it is pretty good. I think this... You know that channel I mentioned earlier that had a giveaway for Wyron W6? They also had a giveaway for this guy, and the Bay we're gonna show next, which is Fierce Achilles. Fierce Achilles, A8, Aquilin Dash Q, Zephyr Q, Flap, funny name, Flap, bruh, the bug, and it keeps going near my face, and 0 for the gravity ring. So, the Fierce armor first released on Fierce Basilisk, and it's pretty good because it's round and it's good at stamina. It was used on a stamina combo. It spins counterclockwise, has good defense and stamina. Aquilin Dash Q went over. Zephyr Q went over. Flap, I'm always skeptical about Flap, because as much as its stamina is good, it seems to like scrape a lot, and its side base is thin, so it doesn't get that much energy. I feel like the thicker your side base is, the more energy you get from like scraping. So this guy can tend to like fall over a bit, but somehow Fierce Achilles still turned out good combo, and Fierce Basilisk also has Flap, and somehow they're good base. Yeah, I'm going to tell you a tip right now, though. Fierce Basilisk is better on attack mode with Jolt. I'm going to tell you right now, it's just better. Anyway, next we have Ambush Nidhogg, Taper Q, I think Fender's watching one of my videos. Taper Q, I forgot the name of this, Eternal Q, Twister... No, not Twister. I keep calling it Twister. Rumble. It's called Rumble, I think. I forgot the name. Anyway, and 7. We already went through Rumble. We already went through Taper. The thing about Ambush Nidhogg is that on defense mode, it's pretty bad because it scrapes a lot. For some reason, in this combo, it's just bad with defense mode. And the stamina mode is pretty good. The armor is kind of rigid, so it's good for smash attacks. And the burst resistance is pretty good too. And Eternal has good stamina, so if you put on stamina mode, it should win, but you're going to lose on defense mode. So I'm telling you right now, if you have this bait, don't put on defense mode, unless ours is just bad. Anyway, good in general if it's a non-defense mode. Next we have Hydra Poseidon. I used to have to make my own show called Beyblade vs. Neon. This guy was the antagonist just because I feel like all those smart guys use water base and that they should be like the antagonist. Like one of those smart water guy base should be the antagonist. So I made Hydra Poseidon mine. It's not an official show. We're not going to create episodes because it's going to take a while to come up with everything. So yeah. Hydra Poseidon. We already went through Nexus. The other parts, I think. Oh yeah, we haven't gone through these parts yet. So 2 dash already went through over. So the blade is pretty cool. Something I realized about Hydra Poseidon is that it has a lot of potential. If it had metal... If it had metal, it would have had a lot of potential. I think the bug went in my throat. Never mind, it's not the bug went in my throat. I'm good. Anyway, it has one main contact point, which is good for like dagging attacks. And then it has like this area where you have like just strike it forward. And then you have this part like a whipping attack. If you had metals, it would have been a good strike attack and a very powerful whip attack and a very powerful dagger attack. But alas, Hasbro didn't put any metal. So, Bite Q is the tip. It's a defense type. It's pretty good because it's kind of round at the bottom. I think it's called Bite because you kind of see these kind of look like teeth going in and biting something. I just get vibes from that. It's pretty good defense. And then you have Billow. I don't know what kind of name Billow is, but they named it that. I don't know. I don't know if Billow is the name of a past tip, because this guy was named after, like, Baldor. Baldor was a rare bay. Baldorov was based on it. It was a very rare bay. All of his parts began with the letter B, so it's pretty funny. So, yeah. You have this guy, Billow is pretty good because it has that layer, that ability where it has like these two sides that it can also go on, but they don't really work that well. It's good at flashing and it has some decent stamina. So as a whole, the combo is actually pretty decent. So yeah, if you want to buy this, go ahead. I don't know why some bays I don't tell you if you should buy it or not, and some I don't. But yeah, we're already too late in the video to like for me to explain you guys. So yeah, next we have Ambush Basilisk. Ambush Basilisk, 5-core Q, we already went over it. Oh, Liner Q and Eruption. This was on my Gambit Dragon. We already went through here. So first delay. We already went through Ambush, but this chip actually has some good burst resistance. If you were here and if you ever get this bait to start the burst resistance, it's so good. My throat's killing me, but I'll still go on. Anyway, Liner Q. The Tommy's liner has like a free spinning wheel. It makes no sense because what kind of bait would have a liner wheel? So like, if it's spinning, like at one point it'll just roll down, and at another point it'll just like stop all of a sudden, causing like sudden stops, which could cause scraping. Our liner Q is flat because from hard launches it can flatten, so it becomes more attackish. Eruption is actually a pretty good attack one because it has it flashes a lot and has some decent stamina. So yeah, the combo as a whole is actually good. It's pretty good if you ask me, because something they mentioned about the Ambush Blade is that it is good at upper and smashing attacks if it's used on an attack combo. This blade seems like it be more good on an attack combo than on a defense combo. So yeah, not saying Ambush Nidhogg was a mistake, but you should have made it like an attack type. Anyway, actually, the next Beyblade I'm going to show you, we consider our champion Burst Beyblade because he did a tournament once where he did all the Quad Drive and Quad Strike Beyblades, and this guy won all against all of the bays. It was like that bracket format, so he did get to face all the bays, but we consider our champion. Zyphoid Knight was second place, but he lost to Zeal Nidhogg. Sequence Q. Bro, we have so many Sequence Qs. Oh, we did go Mobius Q. I haven't gone through it. We've gone through Eruption, so get that out of here. And we put on high mode for some reason the last time we used it. I don't know why. You have 12 that. We already run through these parts. I feel like the only main part I should go through is Mobius Q. If you have like a variant Lucifer, you know it's based on that because you recognize the name Mobius. You can tell how it's like all these lines are going towards the center, and the center has like this little round area. Something I don't like about Mobius, I just don't like the way the lines go down. I just feel like defense type tips should be a bit more fatter and less skinnier. So yeah, it still works out good though in attack mode. We don't never really use it that much in defense mode. It is pretty good in defense mode. I just feel like the tip looks weird. No offense to the tip though, but it does look weird. By the looks of it, we are now on to Pro Series, then Knockoff, then X, bro. Also introduce X, even though we've pretty much seen all of his X bays up to this point. We'll go with Pro Series first. He has 3 Pro Series bays. They all came in the same pack. I think it's called the Triple Threat Pack. No, that's another one. First, we'll introduce the King, bro. Super Hyperion. A Quick Dash 1. So yeah, we already introduced like the chat. I didn't say it before, but these have these chassis that, for like sparking / surge bays, they have like these chassis where instead of like discs, you can see the T's are here. Without the chassis, you know like how some people just put the disc and just the driver and the layer without the disc? You can't do that with a surge bay because the chassis gives it its weight and its teeth. So you pretty much can't do that thing in sparking / surge. Which, I don't know why anyone would do that. I used to do that for fun, but now I realize that the disc gives it mainly all of its weight, especially for Hasbro. The blade is pretty sharp and good at attacking. The chassis is also designed specifically for it. Quick Dash, I don't know why they call it a Quick Dash. It has a normal spring and a normal plate. but we'll just call it Quick Dash anyway because it was called that. He has rubber on the bottom, and for those of you who don't know, rubber makes the Beyblade go extremely fast, but make it lose a lot of stamina. So if you have a rubber tip, you'll know it'll go extremely fast, but lose a lot of stamina. My Crusher Doomsizer, like, you know, Doomsizer D3 has the same thing. It loses a lot of stamina, and plus their stadiums for some reason at one point got all dusty, and rubber tips, since they have a lot of friction, they're the types of material with the most friction according to tips and layers for that matter. So you can actually see, so it actually picks up a lot of the dust, and it's hard to clean because of that. Even dust that normal plastic drivers won't get, it just picks it up. So yeah. So that's it. This base is the go if you can get a lot of solid hits, but if you can't like even get like a few hits, it loses stamina. Next, we'll go with first Uranus. No, I'm not gonna put that joke. I know some people know that Uranus joke, and I'm not gonna put it in because it's annoying at this point. Anyway, yeah, first Uranus. Oh yeah, something I didn't mention quickly about Super Hyperion is that its chip, I told you about these chips, its chip is metal, making it more OP. Anyway, it has first Uranus, Dark Flare, and that one's Super Hyperion Black. First Uranus, Dark Flare, with the tip Excel. They gave it a different silver plate, which does add to burst resistance, but not red, and no golden spring. And the interesting chassis, 2B. So the thing about 2B is that, sorry guys, but here we have a quick and important message from Isis.
Hi Isis. Hi, it's me Isis.
Speak louder.
As usual. And so I am going to use PowerPoint to update Fear Knight and Helix Bro since they have 50 subscribers.
52 actually.
Well, their gift for 50 subscribers is that I'm going to make a logo on PowerPoint digital.
Isis is making our own logo. Thank you. She said it should be out by at least the end of December, so let's hope it actually gets made.
It depends. Maybe even in January.
Yeah, because she's making it in school, and you know in school you don't get a lot of free time to do this stuff. So yeah. Anyway, thank you, Isis.
Friday, just for 10 minutes.
Thank you, Isis. So back to it. So now, first Uranus, the blade is... These blades inspired like mainly Super Hyperion and a bit of Colossal Helios / Kate Helios. Excel, we already know, it's pretty good at flashing. It wasn't aggressive, but was aggressive enough at the time. Now we have the free spinning 2B chassis that first released on World Springin' / World Surprising. It's free spinning, it's free spin both ways, but the funny part is, on some bays like Mirage Fastier and it can free spin, and some bays on like your first Uranus, it just gets stuck. You have to like force it to free spin with your own hands, and it does and you have to like force it, which can be pretty like very hard. And it won't free spin during battle. But in World Surprising, if you're on left mode, it'll free spin, right mode, it'll like attack. I forgot which way it is. Anyway, first Uranus is pretty good. The only problem is the tip. I feel like the metal plate doesn't, because the metal plate is a bit hard but not that hard. It doesn't. For those who don't know, I keep saying for those who don't know a lot, but these parts have to connect to the T's to make those clicking noises. But for some reason, this guy makes it hard. So like, look, you can't even hear that many clicks because it doesn't even attach that well. Sometimes first Uranus will just lose all of his clicks. Like it won't even click at all. It'll just go roll burst like a Hasbro Bay. Anyway, it's still pretty good when it doesn't do that. So next we have Variant Lucius Goldfire. Lucius, we already know it's pretty bad because it makes that wall, and the wall makes it lose stamina. If you're up against a spinning opponent Bay, well, you could actually kind of win. Orbit's pretty good because of its ball. It can get aggressive, but it's actually pretty good. And Fender, wait, he wants to show Bay, but I keep telling him to wait because it's in the knockoff section, which we show last, well, second last. So now you have the chassis, which is pretty it's actually like it. If you saw my Percy Don't Do That video, I used this video for nuclear waste explosion, since I didn't have the editing skills to like make fire, so I used this. So yeah, it's pretty good. Although it looks good, it is pretty bad. So the combo as a whole, it's The orbit is the only thing that keeps it standing. I'm sorry, I gotta be honest. Orbit's the only thing that keeps it standing. It was given like a tip, different tip, or probably way it still stand. Now we're on to the knockoffs. First, we'll start.
This is real Vex Lucius. The real one.
Well, real in Fender'S case we call it real, but it's a knockoff. Anyway,
What?
nothing. We know it's real. Anyway, so you have the layer. Don't worry, these are not lead. We always make sure they're lead. So these are not lead. All of them. So it came in a 4-pack. I'll show you all of them. So you have this. You have the blade. Pretty, Lucifer like. You know why we cut this off? It used to be the pink tabs, but I saw a left burst short where the only way to make Lucifer better is you actually advertise. No, it's Lucifer in this case because it's the gear Tommy. So all of its pink rubber tabs. If you cut them off, it's like a secret awakening mode. So they have aggressive more contact points. It actually is kind of better, but this tip is horrible because Mobius. The usual Mobius has like white rubber that makes it spin longer, but ours is a completely free spinning tip, and just like Balkesh, it just flashes crazy. But because Lucius has better burst resistance, it doesn't burst, but it does lose all its stamina. So yeah, this combo in general, if they gave it a better tip, they probably would have been better. But again, this is a knockoff, so of course not, and these are not lead. We already showed this, the Lucius Gold Fire. Next one. We had a World Spryzen, but it broke like a knockoff World Spryzen. It actually looked very identical, except it did have the rubber on the Unite Dash tip, and it had 1B instead of 2B. So yeah, we're not going to show it because it's pretty much in pieces now. Now we have... So now we have the knockoff Vanished Fafnir. Yeah, it came with taper kick. This kick, it's mainly like a universe tip. This is all the Fafnirs. This is also not lead, don't worry. So, it's free spinning. Careful, don't show your face. Anyway, it's free spinning and not kick like. And they gave it to 12 for some reason. I don't think these guys go deeply to the parts and like how they're designed. Because 12 definitely does not belong on Fafnir. It can't even do its Vanish Counter move. Vanish Counter, for those who don't know, is when it goes on high mode and uses the 3 sides of the gravity ring to and it puts it beside this rubber, so it gives it like more countering power. So yeah, it can't even do that. This is the Fafnir gang. Thank you. Now on to like the worst knockoff bay we have because it came broken. Like this one could have been bad enough if it didn't come broken. This is our Ace Dragon, also not lead. Blitz, Yard, not free spinning, and the layerway I think is called Gen. So Blitz is actually pretty good. Yard is pretty good, except there's no free spinning. The real Blitz has like these red parts that protrude up because of centrifugal force. And Yard, even without the free spinning ball, I feel like it's a decent defense tip. But now to the layer and the reason why it's broken. So the blade has these tabs. Wait, move. So the blade has these tabs. I don't know if you can see properly, but the blades have these tabs. They're both supposed to like click, but one of them is loose, so it actually comes out during battle, making Ace Dragon crooked. And some of you may be wondering, that shouldn't have a big effect, right?
Center of gravity.
Yeah, he learned from Rice that this creates the center of gravity. He doesn't really know what center of gravity is yet. But yeah, you'll probably be thinking, what damage can that do to a Bay? I'll tell you right now what damage this can do to a Bay. Especially Ace Dragon. Hold on, I keep forgetting how to put the weight back in because we're not used to like these GT Bays. GT Bays. So let me just put it in. So look, every time it gets loose, this part opens up and a part of it goes crooked. So you can see it's crooked. But that's not even the worst part. Because of that, the teeth don't even fully connect. Like, look. I'm twisting it, you can't even hear any teeth because that broken thing makes it elevate enough that the driver can't even reach the teeth. Like, that's how bad it is. It would have been bad enough that it was a knockoff, but to make it broken, I don't think they made this properly. At least ours. I don't think they made it properly. I forgot to introduce the Quad Strike Bay. We're going to do it quickly. Chain Poseidon, with the 6 Dragon, we already saw these parts. Diagram, we already also saw. Needle, we already also saw. I'll just quickly go in depth about to stay. On the fandom, someone named it Smart by accident for some reason, and they said there was no page about it. So yeah. It's pretty round and has like good stamina with that point tip. So it actually can spin for a long time. So yeah, it's pretty good with stamina. And
Now,
this is a bay he got from Pakistan. Helix also has it, but the launcher broke, so we don't really use them anymore. This would be a Galaxy Pegasus by the looks of it. I never really paid attention that much to like Metal Fusion or Metal Fight. I don't even like Metal Fight. That's the whole reason I got banned for watching the anime. That crab guy from Metal Fusion, he acted weird enough that my mother thought the show wasn't good, so I was banned from watching it. So all thanks to the crab guy, I was banned from watching the show for like 3 years.
the Beyblade here.
Hold on. So we'll put it later. So something I realized is that this could work on the extreme line if it was a bit shorter because of the gears here. And something weird is like this part's free spinning, and because the metal, it makes it good. It can actually somehow spin steel from right spinning bays. I don't know how it has that. We could show you, but we don't have the launcher, so we pretty much can't. These gears are meant for the launcher, but it's not like we could use on the extreme rails that much. Actually, we could, but we don't even have the launcher. Anyway, to even spin steel from right spin bays, you hit it, and the free spinning ring would just allow it to spin longer. Yeah, we would win pretty much every battle with it. So yeah, now we're on to X, our last segment. Now, Fender, bring your X base.
Can we play Beyblade X?
No, this video is long enough, Fender. We're showing all your bays, and it's almost 2 hours long. Anyway, bring all your X bays. We're going to introduce them one by one. You guys already saw them, but for the point of, like, learning statistics. No! Oh, yeah, Fender has the bays that we're going to show in our 50 subscriber special. We're collabing with one of our friends, hopefully, for the 50 subscriber special. So we won't show you that mystery bay. We have 2 mystery bays already. Told you guys 3 hints.
Should I show them?
Yeah, show them your bays, not mine, not the mystery ones. And if you say it, I'll be so angry. Anyway, hurry up, Fender. It's almost 2 hours long. Fender doesn't understand how frustrating it can be to make long videos. Mainly because he's the one he doesn't have to do all this statistics talking. So, first we'll go with his first one, Arrow Wizard. They'll have Arrow Wizard 480 ball. Ball was good enough that it got that. I'm gonna tell you special system. So, basically, if you go in tournaments with parts that are banned, I use quotation marks because they're not really banned. If you come with those parts, oh yeah, Broken Knife Shinobi, I forgot. RIP Knife Shinobi. Since they're like so strong, if you use one of these parts, your opponent automatically gets like 1 point. So if we brought our Wizard, our opponent will automatically get 1 point because Ball was good enough. So yeah, the combo is pretty good. The only thing bad is its burst resistance because it can burst easily. That's the downside of Ball because it has horrible burst resistance. Amazingly, burst resistance mainly comes from like the the bits. Which I'll show later. So yeah, Arrow Wizard. Most of the weight's on the outside, which also decreases burst resistance, but also increases like stamina. We already know about Knife Shinobi Fender. Now it's the bay I gave Fender for on his birthday. Helm Knight 380 needle. Something I'm gonna show is that our needle is kind of broken because it can do something special. 3, 2, 1. Our needle can slightly extend. It's kind of like point. It's kind of like trans point, except it happens here. And if you ask me, it's pretty cool because it actually makes our knight more bouncy, but it actually makes it worse. But in general, that production accident was pretty cool because I don't think they meant to do that on purpose. It's a defense layer, but the weird part is you can see here that it has one metal indent that all the other sides don't have, making it all the way at 1 point. So you can pretty much tell that it's gonna wobble. If you launch it straight, it stays straight for a while, but it starts wobbling eventually. And if you launch it diagonally, it's gonna wobble. So yeah, 380 is pretty good. 80 ratchets are only good at life after death, but besides that, they're not that good because they're easier to hit. They have less attack power, I think, at least, and less stamina. Needle is actually kind of good in stamina if you use it in stamina combo because the way it waddles. But in general, it's pretty bad in like defense combo.
This is the high needle.
Oh yeah, we'll show it. Fender will show it later. Anyway, on to Fender's next bay, which Helix got him. We also introduced in the video. This would be Steel Samurai 480 taper. Steel Samurai is based off Claw Leon because of the claw design.
Taper.
It's good at attack and defense because of it. 480, we already went through 480. Good at life after death, but not so good at everything else. And taper is like flat except more rounder. So it spins longer, has more defense, but has less attack power. See, it's rounder. So there. Oh wait, this is the perfect time to show something. Give me ball. So look, most attack and balance drive bits have like this oval thing around them, while stamina and defense don't, which is why stamina defense base have less burst resistance, guys. This oval thing creates like some extra friction or something, so the bait actually bursts less. Like if you have these oval parts and you try to burst, if you have a bait with this oval part and you try to burst the bait by hand, you're gonna figure out it's pretty hard. While if it doesn't have it, it's gonna be pretty easy. Night Shield has some reason, some burst resistance for some reason. Hell Knight, sorry, I don't know why. So next we have the base that broke on us because of Hell's Sight.
I'm still sad.
Knife Shinobi 480 high needle. We already ran to 480. High needle is pretty good because high needle in my opinion is kind of good but not that good, because a bit that wobbles a lot is bad enough, but a higher version is definitely gonna fall over. Knife Shinobi is based off Rhino Horn. The blade isn't that good on its defense combo, but in attack combo it's pretty strong.
Because it
was already strong in general. We don't bring up in our videos anymore. So because of that, Fender has to leave. I'm sorry, guys. He'll be back soon, maybe. So yeah, Knife Shinobi, RP Knife Shinobi. We still keep it with us in the build combo, but yeah, it's pretty much done for. It was pretty good. And now the monster, Kyo Shark. 380 flat. We already went through 380. I think that's the only thing that could be like slightly holding back its ultimate power. If you gave it 360, it would have been like a monster. Which we won't, hopefully. Unless we're crazy enough to. Anyway, so flat, it's like standard. Let me show you taper. If you compare taper and flat, they're kind of similar, except flat is more flat and less curved, so it has way more attack power, but way less stamina. So it's actually good for like extreme dashes. Flat can deliver powerful extreme dashes, but not that many. While the next bit I'm gonna show, its bit can do like a mini extreme dashes. So yeah, Kyo Shark. The blade is got an upward attack and hitting the ratchet, so it's already a monster with that design. But compared with an attack combo, this guy's destroying people. You probably saw that video where it cut me.
Granted, you should like it.
And it's destroying other bays. Like it's I'm surprised Knife Shinobi didn't break because of this guy. They even came together. Bro. Anyway, on to his last one. This is his last one, thankfully. Yeah. Dagger Dran. 460 rush. So 460 is pretty good at stamina, attack, and burst resistance. Rush, you can see has like 10. I already went through this in the introduction video. It has like 10 gears, so it has more stamina. It gives more extreme dashes that are less powerful, it's also got barrage attacks, which we call rush launch attacks, just because of the rush launch. And the dagger blade, you can see they're like 6 small daggers. So that also gives it like its barrage attack motif, because barrage attacks with small daggers is pretty good. So yeah, this combo is pretty good together. And we are done now. I guess now we'll just quickly show the stadiums, because like why not? Here's the orange stadium. Hold on, we can't show the inside, but there's usually like these curves. We've seen it in our previous video, so we just won't show the rest of it. Here's our X Stadium. There's a launcher in it. We forgot a launcher in it. So yeah, the launcher. With the extreme rails we already introduced in the video. My fingers keep getting in the way.
Let me tell you something. Units to project. Please subscribe for.
They already subscribed.
Oh.
So you have that moving repeat stadium that came with Hyperion Flame and Lucius and Bringers. There are also launchers in it. You have that Fender'S stadium, which we will use in a video one day. So yeah, quad strike. So yeah, it's these slopes I told you about for the gimmick, and you have that intercell drop stadium with the hole in the center. So yeah, that's Fender's whole Beyblade collection. Like, bro, that's crazy. He has even more Beyblades than his older like relatives. Like, how crazy is that? That's like 70 bays in total. Is someone counted? I know someone counted. Anyway, this was Fender's huge Beyblade collection. Like huge. I'm sure Hopefully it'll stop growing because at this point, even I'm shocked by how many he has. So yeah, see you guys later. Fear Knight and Fender out.